Hey friends, Adam Thompson coming to you as always from Focal Point of Minnesota's world headquarters in lovely Plymouth, Minnesota. Hope you're having a great day. What does your team look like? Is your business filled with people who know why they're there, who know how to do their jobs well, and know what they need to get done every day to move the business and the company forward? Or is it filled with people who just punch a clock, who show up to work, get some things done, collect a paycheck, and go home? And if you have that latter team, what's that doing to your business? How's it affecting your bottom line? And how's it affecting your ability to sleep at night? Today's video is about how to optimize that team and how an optimized team can lead to a company where everyone knows why they're there. Everyone moves toward a common goal, where everyone knows their roles and why they matter. And a company where everyone is happy, everyone's motivated, everyone's having fun, and the business will grow because of it. A few years ago, I did some work with an HVAC contractor, a family-run business, a father-daughter team. And the business was good. They were doing fine, but not great. They knew there was a better version out there. Their company was full of employees who punched the clock. There was no real long-term vision. No one really knew what they were trying to do there except for fix AC units. And because of that, they had a transient workforce. People would show up, they'd work for a little bit, it would be seasonal, they'd go off for a better offer, they'd have to rehire and retrain and start over. And what happened was growth was stagnant. They were hitting a certain level and could not get past it. And the owners were frustrated. And so we sat down to build a plan on how they could address it. And the first step was to establish a vision. We needed to figure out why the business existed. We needed to figure out why the founder started it 40 years ago and what that reason for it was. We needed to figure out why the daughter was going to take it over and talk about how we could communicate that vision to the employees. From there, we built an org chart that matched that vision. We built an org chart full of people and roles that would continually move the business toward that long-term vision, to establish that long-term mission and reach that long-term goal for success. We wrote job descriptions that fulfilled those roles, right? We established people that needed to do what they could do to reach those goals. We hired people not just for the roles they were in, but for the roles we wanted them to be in the future. And we trained them on not just what they did in their job, but how to do it and why it mattered every step of the way along that path. And then from there, we established an actual career path. Whereas before they were hiring people for a job, now they were showing people what a career looked like. They sat down and said, this is your role now. Here are the steps it takes to achieve success and move to the next role and the next role and the next role. And every step of the way, we showed them why each role mattered to the long-term vision for the company. And the results were amazing. They suddenly had this cohesive team. They had a group of individuals who were working toward a common goal, who felt a sense of community and felt a sense of teamwork. They were motivated. They were happy. They were having fun at work because they knew they were doing good work that mattered, that moved things forward, that benefited their community, benefited their families, and benefited their fellow employees. And the business grew because of it. A year later, this business achieved its first ever seven-figure, $1 million income level, on the way to achieving a $2 million income level 2 years later. They grew and they grew and they grew and they developed their people along the way, and that continued that growth. So what does that look like for you? What does it look like for your team, for your company, for your organization? Do you have that team that's optimized? And if you don't, what would it look like? Let's sit down, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what your team looks like right now. Let's talk about what it could look like if we did things right, and let's build a plan to get there. Comment below, send me an email. I will leave a link below where you can set up a time to chat. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about your team. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about your vision and how you can move it forward. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.